Welcome to this short video presentation on the importance of self-awareness. My name is Peter Irish. I'm the President of Business Coaching of Northern California, and I'll be your guide during this session. Perhaps we all remember the fairy tale about the emperor and his new clothes. The foolish man paraded around in his underwear because he believed that the clever weavers told him about how he looked. In a word, he lacked self-awareness. Few of us would, of course, fall for such a stunt, but that doesn't mean that we are necessarily self-aware. As business coaches, we constantly meet managers, executives, and owners who would benefit from better understanding how they are seen by their colleagues and business partners. It's fairly human. It is neither fatal, generally, nor incurable. Fundamentally, the better you understand yourself, the more effective you can be in your communication with others. There's also a multiplier when the whole team can raise its self-awareness. On the other hand, managers, executives, and owners can instantly demotivate their organizations when they lack it. So let's look at some of the options if you feel you might suffer from a deficit of self-awareness. Firstly, we might prescribe a psychographic profile, such as a DISC assessment. A DISC profile comprises 4 dimensions. How you respond to your environment, we call this dominance. How you influence your environment, we call this influencing. How you respond to the pace of your environment, we call this steadiness. And how you comply with the rules set by others, we call this compliance. To simplify this complex subject, high D implies a tendency towards extroversion and refers to behaviors such as ambitious, pioneering, strong-willed. Low D behaviors tend towards introversion and include being unobtrusive, peaceful, and modest. High I people can be described as extroverted and inspiring, magnetic, enthusiastic. Low I refers to introverted behaviors such as being incisive, matter-of-fact, suspicious. High S behaviors suggest introversion and include being relaxed, passive, patient, while low S refers to extroverts who may be impulsive, flexible, and eager. Lastly, high C behaviors tend towards introversion and being cautious, careful, and exacting, and low C behaviors tend towards extroversion and refer to being unbending, arbitrary, and uninhibited. Please note, this is only a summary. Ask your focal point business coach for a full explanation. Once you understand your DISC profile, you can consider taking measures to learn compensating behaviors if necessary. Coaching is an excellent tool for this purpose, as changing behavior takes time, skill, and repetition. Suppose that you would like to know more broadly how people in your organization see a key team member, his or her boss, peers, and direct reports, for example. For this purpose, we offer an instrument called a 360-degree assessment. The instrument itself can be highly tailored and the questions customized. However, the basic idea of the 360-degree tool is to ask the same question of multiple parties so that you receive feedback from each of them on each question. We can design instruments to look more at behaviors or performance or a mixture. All you need is a group of relevant people willing to provide honest input and someone like a focal point business coach to manage the 360-degree process. By the way, a 360-degree evaluation can be one-off, or it can become a movie that shows the change in behavior or performance over time. There are many other important tools for enhancing self-awareness. However, 2 are so important that this discussion requires we address them. Whether you are an extrovert who never stops talking and gets energy from being with other people, or an introvert who hardly says a word and finds gaggles of people exhausting, in either case, there is a powerful tool you can use to regulate yourself and the people you interact with, at least to some extent. We call it active listening. There are multiple tactics involved, however the most fundamental include asking questions. If you are in sales or service or operations or management or accounting, ask more questions. Don't assume that you know what your counterpart thinks or feels. Find out. Reserve judgment. Ask. Wait. Listen. Share briefly your own relevant experiences if this helps to relieve any awkwardness. Active listening can also come off as rather cliched and superficial if you're not careful, so consider getting some professional training on this subject. Lastly, please do not forget feedback. Feedback is an invaluable resource for self-awareness. Ask for it. Offer it. Say thank you. We teach that the situation behavior impact model for giving and receiving feedback is the best way of avoiding hurting people's feelings or appearing overly judgmental. For example, if someone sits in a meeting fiddling with pens, paper, phone, scratching his or her head, staring out of the window, you might say something like this: "May I give you some feedback? As we sat together in the meeting just now, You seemed to me to be toying with your pen, paper, and phone, scratching your head, and staring out the window. This made me feel that you were bored, and that what I was saying was not important to you. I'm Peter Irish saying thank you very much for participating today, and we'll see you again next time.